You know, I've been trying to settle this thing with Rob for many, many years. Tonight, I've got him a cake. Rob, if you're back there, man, you know, I'd like for you to come out. It's your birthday tomorrow, and I'm not going to give up on us trying to straighten things out with you. So come on out here, man. Let's talk about it.
Man, the Tennessee stud, he's got some jokes, huh? Let me tell you something, it ain't going down like it went down last year.
There ain't gonna be no birthday party tonight, and there ain't gonna be no birthday party between me and you no more, man, because you know after Blakely, I've been done with you for a long time.
We've had this problem about who's the real stud for years and years. We had a 6-man tag. I had my Tennessee stud jacket in my bag, and you took it out and wanted to wear it to the ring. Since you've done some horse trading already, let's do a little horse trading again. We take this 2 matches and turn it into an 8-man tag. I'll start picking my guys, and you can pick yours.
I'm going to take Dennis Gale. He won in Blakely, and I'm going to take a winner on my side tonight. And I'll tell you what, you're going to pay for you bringing your cake down here, trying to do your birthday party and all your stuff. That cake's going to wind up right where it belongs, right in your face, buddy. I paid you for it. Get out of here. You pay me to have a talk. Get out of here. Get out of here. I'll tell you one thing. I'll fuck you up out of here. Tell me I won't. You're going to do like I tell you tonight. What I pay you for, you're going to get in there and do like I tell you to do it. You hear me? You hear me? We can win this thing. I don't want a cake in my face. You pay me to wrestle. Yes, I do. And that's what I do. I'm not out here to argue with you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winners of this match, the Tennessee stud, Ron Fuller's team.
Note of the referee. Going to be a title contender in the very and when he winds up, it's from the backyard.
And welcome to another exciting edition, loaded top to bottom, of Continental Championship Wrestling. I've been Masters here ringside with my good friend Bob Smith. And Bob, it's going to be a tremendous program right now. Zane BTY Stevens. And actually, you know what BTY stands for, Bob?
I do not.
Better than you.
No.
Now you know. And he will be seeing action here tonight. Match is coming from Blakely, Georgia. Always a great crowd there. We're coming to Blakely in the very near future, so stay tuned for those dates to be released. And coming up, Barnesville, Georgia, Night of Legends is coming in June. Make plans to be there also.
In our main event tonight, Robert Parker looking to get a little bit of vengeance against Dennis Gale, who Robert Fuller feels Dennis cost in the match last week. And now here comes Zach Edwards. You notice singles competition for Zach Edwards. A little bit of fallout between the besties after that loss last week to Logan Creed and Sal Renaro. So now Zach out on his own.
Well, Marvis Michael Stevens blamed him for the loss. He blamed Marvis Michael Stevens, and here we have a single match. But Zach Edwards on his own. He's a former Wrestle America champion. He is no pushover.
And we'll see Michael Stevens a little bit later on in tag team action.
With a new partner.
With a new partner, a little bit surprising partner, going back a little ways.
These two have been up and down, back and forth together, but Drew Adler, one of the top wrestlers in the country, And whether you cheer him or whether you love him, whether you hate him, he still gets the job done.
Oh, yeah.
These two should have a great match here. Owen Parker is your referee here. And we got the referee now checking both men.
Gotta be careful with Zane Stevens. He kind of does what he wants to. The ref telling him to get back so he can check Zach Edwards.
And Owen Parker.
What
now.
the?
Oh, well.
Did he just sniff him?
Is that psychological warfare? What is that? Is that getting the referee on your side or against you?
I don't know.
You know, you expect that from Adrian Street. Maybe Simon Sullivan. Oh, George is in and Zach moves all the way.
Trying to get him while he's taking that shirt off, but
Breaks him across the eyes.
Zach saw it coming.
Pounding away now hard. Right hand now by Zach Edwards. Throwing those bolo punches. And down goes Zane B.T.Y. Stevens, a distant cousin of Marvelous Michael Stevens. Obviously a little family disagreement there. Swings and misses with that time. Caught him with a flying head scissors and takes him down into the corner now. Zach Edwards charges in. Flying forearm and snapmare by Zach Edwards. Zach now off the ropes. Leg drop across the throat and chest. Hooks the leg. Great maneuver there by Zach. Not enough. The match has not worn Zane down quite enough. Kind of interesting that both men's names start with Z. How often does that happen?
Not very often.
I don't think it's ever happened. And now underneath the man. Comes up with a knee. Takes him over. Doubles him over hard.
Zach Edwards definitely with the upper hand early here.
Just two of the wrestlers you will see live whenever you join us.
And then Zach goes to
Championship Wrestling.
take that shirt off, and Zane taking advantage.
And of course, wearing a shirt is going to be a disadvantage here now for Zach Edwards. Zach being choked.
Tried to roll out of the ring. Zane pulling him back into the middle.
Drops an elbow now, caught him in the head. And covers him. Certainly didn't have enough coverage with Jones that time. Didn't quite have him covered. Maybe a little too confident. Confidence can be a downfall in wrestling. And now with that rear shunlock applied, notice how he holds him down low to the canvas, and that leaves very little room for breathing. And that massive arm around the neck, wrenching down on Zach Edwards. Fans cheering for Zach, and that's something he's not used to hearing. Zach trying to make a stand against Marvelous Michael Stevens, his former partner, and do some things on his own. Now off the ropes, caught him hard with a boot.
Zach Edwards, normally known as a tag team technician, but he's had some success solo. He's won a few titles.
Yes, he has. He's been successful on both sides of the ring, and Marvelous Michael Stevens certainly was a great partner for him.
Draping that leg across the back of the neck, choking him on the rope.
I think at some point, Bob, you get tired of being pushed around, tired of being bossed around, and I think Stevens thought he was going to be the boss of that team.
When you're on your own, you have no one to blame but yourself as well, and just all those back kicks.
Right in the chest. And kicks him hard. Donkey kick by Zane B.T.Y. Stevens.
Just driving the air out of Zach Edwards, raking across the face now.
Zane comes from Panama City Beach, Florida, now makes his home in Dothan, Alabama. Steps right across his face. Double axe handle now by Zane B.T.Y. Stevens to the back of Zach Edwards. Hard forearm by Stevens. Zane, a very dangerous competitor. Never backs down from a challenge. And a hard haymaker there by Zach Edwards. And it's Zane now rocking on both knees, staggering. Caught him, goes under, hooks him, and a neck breaker from nowhere. And that neck breaker should do the damage. if Zane Stevens can get back to his feet, but he's also a little worse for wear.
Both men down. Owen Parker counting them out.
Join us live at Barnesville, Georgia's Night of Legends. More information on that June 8th, Saturday night. All you great fans in Barnesville and the Dothan fans, come down to Georgia and see us. Just a hop, skip, and a jump.
And speaking of legends at this show, we had the one and only hardcore legend Sabu, so you never know who's going to show up to a Continental wrestling show.
Absolutely, you never know.
Zach Edwards sidesteps Zane Stevens into the corner. And now back elbow.
Now Zach finally gets that t-shirt off and throws it into the face. Uses it to his advantage. Double axe handle. Flying clothesline. Caught him. And caught him high. Arm whip reversal now by Zane Stevens. Stevens charges into a double knee. And now Zach Edwards perched on that second rope. Caught him with a clothesline. Trashes down hard. And now renewed vigor here for Zach Edwards. Fans cheering him now. He likes that support, something he hasn't always had. Kind of sounds different to him. People could actually cheer you on and lead you to a victory. Arm whip reversal. Good stop by Zach Edwards and caught him with another neck breaker. Turnabout's fair play, and now it's Zane Stevens on the arena floor, and that is a hard floor. No padding down there, Bob.
No padding in Continental Championship Wrestling. It's just concrete.
Body to concrete. And now outside the ring, referees counting both men out. They do have a 10 count to get back in the ring, and it's Edwards throwing Stevens back in the ring.
Oh!
That time caught him with a kick. Part of it caught the rope, didn't get him fully, but got him. Rolls him up. He may have him.
Zach Edwards just barely able to kick out.
Close call there. Watching Continental Championship Wrestling on Channel 18 in Dothan, Alabama, WDHN. Call a friend and tell them, get on Facebook and check us out there also for upcoming events.
Zane calling for the end here. Oh, now roll up small package.
Inside, Cradle got him. 1, 2, 3. He got him. What a maneuver there. Zach Edwards was thinking and got the pin somehow. And your winner is going to be the man that maybe people didn't think to do it on his own. Zach Edwards, what does this mean for Zach Edwards now that he knows he can do it on his own?
Zach Edwards victorious here against Zane Stevens.
Maybe send a message to his old partner. Well, he says the trunks were pulled. I didn't see the trunks pulled.
Oh, for most of the match, Zane Stevens had the upper hand.
Great wrestling match.
And Zach Edwards able to turn around with that neck breaker. Thought he had him there, but Zane Stevens rolled out of the ring.
And hooks him just out of nowhere. Didn't even see it coming. And that's human chess. That's pro wrestling at its best. Continental Championship Wrestling is on the air. Glad you could be with us here. Coming from Blakely, Georgia.
Zach Edwards victorious.
So you think you're going to cross me? You think you're going to mess with me and my aspirations? You've got another thing coming. Because even though I'm small in stature, I've got the brains. I've got the brains right here. And what does those brains do? They command armies of men to tear you apart. I make men jump off bridges if I want them to. I will make them destroy you because you don't cross a North Star because we're the guiding light.
Woo! The Nature Boy, Paul Lee.
Oh, no, that's the real Nature Boy.
That's the real Nature Boy. And
self-professed.
And once again, the I hate calling him this, but he is a weasel, weaseling back his way into our program, Ryan North.
What is up with all these paid advertisements?
I don't know where it's coming from. I don't know who he's paying off. Is he paying you off? Are you putting it in here?
If I got a check, it's still in the mail. I don't know where it's at.
Well, nevertheless.
Speaking of bad checks, the Nature Boy, Paul Lee, is ready for action. And this man, you know, a lot of people don't like him because he mimics Ric Flair. But, you know, Ric Flair himself has endorsed the Nature Boy, Paul Lee. They have actually done videos that are on YouTube now. But he has endorsed it.
But I'm sure there are fans that even if he wasn't mimicking Ric Flair, they would still probably hate him.
Oh, yeah. Well, some people hate Ric Flair, so. And here comes the man, Johnny Swinger, former TNA star, former WCW star. And this man's still in phenomenal condition. And this should be a great matchup here.
These two have faced in a non-televised event in Continental Championship Wrestling before.
Paul Lee, a very cocky individual. He certainly knows how to get the fans' ire up really quick. And he is a talker, but he's also a walker. Told you, the real Nature Boy right there.
He loves that camera.
Does the camera love him?
Well, as the one holding it, I would say no.
Not your camera, anyway. I'm sure somebody's camera, maybe his mama's camera loves him.
Well, I think it's in the shop.
Probably.
Someone broke it.
Johnny Swinger is in, and referee Owen Parker, great referee. Sometimes we see Owen Parker in other roles, but he's refereeing the knees and does a great job.
Now call for the bell, and we are underway.
A little psychological stuff going on here with Paul Lee. Paul Lee has a following in Blakely. I'm not sure who started that, but he has some fans around there. And even bad guys have fans.
How much is he paying them?
Even Charles Manson had fans, Bob.
Let's not go there. Does Ryan North have fans?
North Stars. I think they stay in the closet there.
Stars in his own mind.
Yes. He's going to be seeing stars if he keeps it up. But somebody's going to get him.
And for those of you that have never seen Ryan North, he will be coming soon, unfortunately. As if the paid-for promos aren't enough.
Well, he will be at the Night of Legends, we know for sure, June 8th in Barnesville, Georgia. And he'll have more than a lot to say, I'm sure.
Me and him have some unfinished business.
Did you ever get that money back?
No.
Well, your check's in the mail, too. Now reaching down the headlock applied by the real Nature Boy, Paul Lee. Couple of jabs there for release. Good tackle there by Paul Lee. And he tries to mimic Ric Flair as much as he can.
A lot of showboating.
He isn't Ric Flair, but he is the real Nature Boy. Hip toss takedown there by Johnny Swinger. Running clothesline. He was set and ready for him. And look, backing off, begging off is Paul Lee. And Paul Lee saying he pulled his tights. I don't think that was the case. I think Paul Lee is just trying to throw the referee off and trying to get the ire up of Johnny Swinger. If he messes up, if he gets real hot-headed, he might make a mistake. Caught him behind.
Well, actually, Owen Parker got tired of Paul Lee in his face and gave him a little bit of a shove.
Absolutely, and the Parker, he's a man too. He's a referee, but you know, referees don't like to be touched. And you shouldn't put your hands on the referee. Unless you want the referee to put his hands on you. Now center ring, lock up. Test of strength. Who's going to be in control of this match from this point? The shortcut there by Paul Lee. Now pulls him by the hair. Out into the ring. Hard forearm to the back of the neck of Johnny Swinger. Now Paul Lee arm hits from the cross. Cuts a clothesline and Swinger clotheslines him himself. Back up slowly. Paul Lee. Short clothesline comes across Johnny Swinger. Snapmare by Swinger. And a stomp to the head of the real Nature Boy, Paul Lee. And now look, got both legs up in the air, begging off is Paul Lee. And going to put his boot where the sun don't shine. Referee warns him not to.
Owen Parker trying to keep it, down the line even. Making
Swing,
sure.
Flop. And now a couple of hard blows.
And down he goes.
Face first and backing off the corner. And you notice Johnny Swinger giving him no surcease. Staying right on top of him, but that time caught and clipped him right there in the knee. In the thigh area. Snapping that leg. You know what he's doing, Bob.
Wearing
You
down
know
that
what
leg
he's doing.
for that figure four.
If he snaps that figure four Lee lock on him, it's going to be all over.
And you know all about that.
I do know about it too well. Don't remind me, I'm taking medicine now for my knees.
I've been fortunate enough to never be inside the ropes, so I don't have to.
Well, that's coming soon, Bob. Now look, he's got him. Locking him into a Lee lock. Well, you do have to get in the ring and do, interviews with the camera. So
And now using the rope for extra leverage, applying even more pressure, but Owen Parker doesn't see it.
I'll let you get in the ring with pure goodness one night. 400 pounds of pure goodness.
Goodness.
Goodness. You hadn't seen him,
using
boy.
the ropes again. Crowd trying to get behind Johnny Swinger to get him out of this hold. That figure four locked in tight.
Now this might be the difference in Ric Flair and Paul Lee. I don't know if Ric Flair's might be more well
Trying
applied.
to turn it over to reverse that pressure. And he does get it turned over.
Now look at the face of Paul Lee.
But Paul right there, those ropes.
Close enough to grab the ropes.
Swinger not wanting to let it go. But has the damage been done to Swinger's knee?
Paul Lee's favorite saying is, don't boo me, just woo me.
I thought it was, where's the check?
Maybe it's that too.
Got the trucks, roll up.
Hey, this is PG, y'all. Close call.
Yeah. If this was Ric Flair, we'd be up there.
Absolutely. Space Mountain would be closed down for sure. And now it's Paul Lee back in the ring, and now covers him. Didn't even hook a leg. I didn't think he had him there, but he was hoping. Into a rear chin lock, cutting off that oxygen. Trying to control the man in center ring.
Where does a nickname like Nature Boy come from?
Well, Buddy Rogers was supposed to be the original Nature Boy. And he was remembered by several people. Ric Flair was one of them. And, of course, Buddy Landell, the late, great Buddy Landell. But I don't know. I don't know who's the best Nature Boy. Depends on who you ask, I guess. A lot of people say Ric Flair because that's the era we grew up in.
Using the rope to cross the throat of Johnny Swinger.
Paul Lee thinks he's the real Nature Boy, so the others, I guess, don't matter.
What does it take to be a Nature Boy?
Well, I think you need a Nature Girl, and he has one.
Oh, Paul Lee off the right over the top. Oh, and Johnny Swinger moved out of the way.
And look, he caught himself hard on the edge of that ring, and that edge of that ring shows no mercy.
You can see there's no ring skirting. You can see that exposed metal.
Just protrudes out, and that does not feel good on your spine, I assure you. I know how hard it is. I have to get up and down out of the ring, and it's
and taking a swipe at that knee now.
Again, working on the legs. If you take the table out from under the leg, what happens, Bob? The table will fall.
Oh, those hard chops. Those I have felt.
Yes. Paul Lee has chopped you a few times.
Oh.
Paul Lee now, he's had a rough time with this Johnny Swinger. Not an easy match at all.
Oh, you just hear that sound just echoing through the building.
Arm works, and now reversed by Johnny Swinger up and over the ropes goes the Nature Boy, Paul Lee, trying to do his Ric Flair to the best of his ability. And there he is to catch him and throw him off. Johnny Swinger set and ready. He did his homework on the Nature Boy. He ain't the only one that knows who the Nature Boy is.
On the rope.
He had him. Notice that Paul Lee knows his way around that ring. He always knows where that rope is at all times. Use it to your
Swinger thinks he
advantage.
has it. Owen tried telling him it's not over.
Paul Lee now raking the back of Johnny Swinger. Swinger thinks the match is over. It's not. Arm puts him across the ring. And the real Nature Boy goes in and misses. Now his knee is hurt. Now a small package. He's got him. 2 3/4 count. So close for Johnny Swinger. Paul Lee is literally on the ropes. And now Swinger climbing up. And he's gonna pound him. He's tired of this man. What's it take to beat the Nature Boy?
Oh, and a thumb to the eye.
Just out of nowhere. Just rakes the eye. And that right there will cut off the momentum of Johnny Swinger. Never underestimate Paul Lee. I don't like him, but I respect the fact that he knows what he's doing in the ring. What is he doing now? He's ain't rolled up. No feet on the ropes. The referee didn't see it.
Paul Lee basically just stole a victory away for Johnny Swinger here tonight.
And he calls himself a real Nature Boy. Well, a real Nature Boy might not have to do that. He's the winner. In the win-loss column, he got the W. But is he proud of himself? I say he is. He shouldn't be. And look at that.
He had that figure 4 locked in, and Swinger was able to turn it over for a brief moment to reverse that pressure, but Paul Lee was right there in the ropes to force a break. And then with Swinger on the outside, Paul Lee decided to go high risk over the top rope.
Look how he landed.
No one home, small to the back on the apron. And then the roll-up victory using the ropes as leverage. Referee didn't see it at all.
Too bad we don't have the replay rule in effect, but the winner of this match is the real Nature Boy, Paul Lee, and Johnny Swinger are not too happy at all.
And he has a very good right to be unhappy, but next time you get to see Continental Championship Wrestling in action is actually going to be in Barnesville, Georgia, WrestleMania Night of Legends, June 8th at the Academy Gym. So many legends going to be there, including all of the WrestleMania regulars.
Yes, and for the first time in a long time, the Tennessee stud, Ron Fuller, returns to Georgia, along with his brother, Colonel Parker, Robert Fuller. And many more legends will be there. Make sure you're there. Mr. Olympia, Jerry Stubbs will be there. It's going to be a huge night. The legends are coming out. You've been asking about them. When are they coming to Barnesville? But they're coming Saturday, June 8th. Night of Legends, more to be announced. You don't want to miss that huge card. As you said, all the stars will be there, as well as all the top stars of WrestleMania. You don't want to miss it.
That Fuller family feud coming to Barnesville. If you've been watching the last couple of weeks, you see how crazy they can get. And also, the fallout. What happened in that fatal 4-way for the Double Crown Championship? Who walks away with the title? Was it Fry Daddy? Was it Tyson Dean? Was it Mike Payne? Or was it Michael Judas?
The champion will be there defending that title at the Night of Champions.
And then also, of course, the Weasel, Ryan North.
And the leader of the North Stars. And what's new for him? Did he get his way, or does he have a new plan? So Ryan North always thinking, always planning. Simon Sermon, what's up with him?
What's going to be in store for him following what happened in Dothan, and also the fallout between him and Tracer X? What's going to happen for both of them from here on after that encounter they had last month?
There's a lot going on in WrestleMania, a lot going on in Continental Championship Wrestling. Make sure you come see us live. Meet and greet Ron Fuller, the Tennessee stud. Meet Robert Fuller, talk about all the legendary feuds and matches in Barnesville at the Night of Legends.
And now tag team action, Michael Stevens, Drew Adler. And if you followed the Bald Besties and Drew Adler when they were first starting out, you would recognize that t-shirt that Drew Adler's wearing the backbone symbol.
Well, here's a little known fact that you may not know, Bob, but Marvelous Michael Stevens actually trained Drew Adler, and along with Jimmy Rave, a man who made noise here a couple of weeks ago in Continental Championship Wrestling. So these guys are well versed in professional wrestling, and there's a lot of rumors about a relationship between Ryan North and Drew Adler. I don't know. I've heard rumors.
You hear the rumors, but you really don't see it.
You don't see it.
And for whatever
In
reason,
wrestling, you call it like you see it, right?
and for whatever reason, you'll notice it here. Drew Adler is a different man when he's with Michael Stevens.
Well, I would be a different man with Michael Stevens, obviously. And right now, to talk about different men, you got Wildcat Wendell Cooley and Frankie the Thumper Lancaster. Look at that, loves the fans. Always there to give them a hug, a lift, a kiss, a handshake, kiss the babies, hug the mamas. Every now and then, grandma might want to get involved.
Hey now.
And right now, Frankie the Thumper Lancaster and Wildcat Wendell Cooley have to face off two men that they know little about. One was Michael Stevens, usually one of the beautiful ball besties, now teaming with Drew Adler, who calls himself top-tier talent.
Frankie Lancaster chasing off Michael Stevens and Drew Adler into the fans. Drew's still gone up into the...
Now, where are they going? We can't wrestle up there. Drew's he's on the other side of the rails.
How did he get over the rail so fast?
He's got long legs, is all I know. Speaking of not having long legs.
He made it. 10 out of 10.
Okay, so if the match was in the stands, they would have an advantage already.
This is not a Falls Count Anywhere match.
No. I think they're trying to do some psychological battle here. Trying to distract away from the point. Notice Drew got out differently than Stevens. Did you notice that?
I'm just glad they didn't ask the cameraman for help.
Would he help?
No.
No. Well, he got a boot to the face. And your referee, another legend, Larry Brock. Always good to see Larry. Now, Drew Adler is a tough competitor. And sometimes you see him on one side, sometimes you see him on the other, but always double tough. Look at him.
Drew got in the ring for a second, then right back out through the other side.
They are ready for him, but they don't know what to think about this tandem.
And now the chicken chants start for Michael Stevens.
Notice that Drew has matching trunks.
Looks like a chicken to me.
And what was that called?
Well, he said he wasn't a chicken, and
if it looks like a chicken and smells like a chicken, it's
and
a
now
chicken.
Frankie and Wendell,
They're going to take some ringside seats here. They're tired of the stalling tactics of Stevens and Adler. And now I think we might be ready for action. Larry Brock's trying to send them back to the corners, and it's going to be Wildcat Wendell Cooley starting with Marvelous Michael Stevens. Should be a great matchup. Now lock up, collar and elbow, and it's Wendell backing Stevens to the corner. Got a clean break, but Stevens not taking chances. He wasn't too sure. He wasn't confident that punch wasn't going to be thrown. I don't blame him because Cooley's a little hot right now with the way they're acting. Now Drew Adler trying to give encouragement to his partner, Mr. High and Mr. Low over here in the corner.
trying to help Michael Stevens loosen up a little bit. And Michael Stevens claims he's got the guns to the buns, whatever that's supposed to mean.
Well, maybe he does. Wendell Cooley had many, many great battles in Continental Championship Wrestling with the world champions as they came through, and he held many titles here, and still top competitor here in CCW. And it's Stevens when the hug off. He needs some reassurance, and the fans are not helping. So Adler's trying to cover his ears. He doesn't want him to get upset. Now, you wouldn't want Marvelous Michael Stevens upset. Is that, what is he doing now?
He's going to a safe place.
Well, he should be safe over there for sure. He's not safe now.
Wendell Cooley in the leopard print and Michael Stevens in the tiger print.
Yes. I hope everybody has color televisions. And now it's Stevens trying to reach. He saw what was coming as Thumper tagged in. And Lancaster now full-on twist on Michael Stevens, reaching down to his knees.
Reaching out, trying to get a tag to Drew Adler.
Drew's
Drew
reaching.
leaning over.
Fell in the ring.
Fell in the ring.
He was trying to reach over as long as his arms are. He couldn't reach that far. And now look, in no man's land is Michael Stevens. He thought he had an opening, he didn't.
It's a double teaming shot to the midsection.
All within the legal count. Full on twist now into that wrist lock by Wendell Cooley. And now going down. He rode with that wrist lock. Tag is made. Frequent tags made, but Drew Adler still not made it to the ring yet. Full on twist again. And a knee cuts him off. Full on twist reversal. Tag made now, and the big man, Drew Adler, comes in. Leg trip takedown by Frankie the Thumper Lancaster. And grabbing that leg, and he is at a hooked. Version of the Indian Death Lock right there. Pulling on the head and the leg.
He's got a handful of nose.
These guys are not newcomers. They've been around. They're legends.
Now he's biting him.
Look at this. Little roughhouse tactics.
Oh, do you know how much a new nose costs?
He's got a big one, too. So may cost extra. Tag is made. Wildcat Wendell Cooley. Hard blow to the midsection of Drew Adler. Doubled over is Adler into the side headlock. And looked like a little shot to the head or throat by Cooley. We've seen a little adventurous side of Cooley and Lancaster. Maybe pushing the envelope a little bit. I think these guys get tired of these guys and their tactics. And sometimes it's time to play fight fire with fire.
Give them a dose of their own medicine.
Absolutely. And that's one thing about it. They've seen it all. Snap mare now by Lancaster. Double knees to the back of Drew Adler. Again, double knees. And Lancaster continues his assault on Drew Adler. Covers him lower press. Did not hook a leg. Did not get the count. Adler now in that corner. Maybe eyeing Lancaster with renewed respect. Certainly he knew who this man was going in, but not wrestling him before. Did not know that much about him personally. And now the tag is made, and then comes marvelous Michael Stevens, who has had a rest. A fresh man now. Locking up again into that corner. And Thumper better watch him because he is sneaky. And he's so sneaky he slipped out of the ring.
Time to regroup and re-strategize.
Michael Stevens always thinking, always thinking. Locking up now with Frankie the Thumper Lancaster. Now Stevens on the ropes and caught him hard. Arm whip reversal now by Stevens into a knee by Drew Adler, top tier talent. Now showing you why he is that top tier talent. Now going in behind him with a waist wrench. And he's got him around the waist right now. Locking him down and throwing his weight down on top of him. Stevens trying to kick now. Trying to kick at Thumper. And it is Wendell Cooley is leaned over, ready to tag, but so far neither man has gotten up to make a tag.
This is Continental Championship Wrestling action here from Blakely, Georgia. Visit facebook.com/Continental Championship Wrestling for all future dates and shows.
Be back in Blakely in the very near future, so stay tuned. Back in Barnesville, Night of Legends on June 8th. Hard blow there by Drew Adler. Top tier talent in action here on CCW. Shoulder tackle into the midsection. Now Adler trying to take him back into his corner. No man's land. Tag is made. And those frequent tags are what may lead to an upset. It may lead to Cooley and Lancaster getting upset here. Now look, double team tactics by Adler and Stevens. Who's the man, he says. And a bear hug by Michael Stevens. No doubt Michael Stevens a double tough adversary. Drew Adler, one of the top guys. But they're facing two legends here tonight.
Crowd trying to get behind Frankie.
Frankie may have a little bit left, but right now it looks like all the energy drained from his body.
He's taking a lot of punishment from Michael Stevens and Drew Adler.
That lower back is one of the first things to go the older you get, and that may be giving him some problems right now.
Larry Brock checking him out. If he drops again, it's
that
over.
That could be it right there.
And he keeps the hands up.
It's been a long time since I've seen a submission with a bear hug, but it can happen. That's Ivan Koloff.
Midsection.
Oh,
Scoop
full
slam. Frankie kicks out at 2. He gets in the wrong corner.
He's going to tag Drew Adler. He don't want to tag him, that's for sure. He might tag him in the wrong way. Now a tag's made, in comes Drew Adler. And boy, Wildcat Wendell Cooley, he is going to be really irate because they keep sending him out and they keep double teaming his partner. Every time he tries to help, it backfires. And now the bear hug applied again by Drew Adler. This time it's cinched in high and cinched in low on the waist. And notice the pressure, the weight of Thumper now pulling against his own back. Now it's Adler maintaining the pressure. And it's Thumper trying to figure an escape. Trying to find a way out of this. You can see the life coming out of the body of Frankie Lancaster. Man who's in phenomenal shape. Oh, caught him that time back into the corner though, in the wrong place. Backs right into Michael Stevens. Midsection and blocks him from moving. And in comes marvelous Michael Stevens, hard elbow to the shoulder, snap mare by Stevens. Driving a knee to the back and shoulder, and another knee hard, and another onslaught of knees. Covers him, hooks a leg, not enough. Could we see an upset, Bob? Could we see the legends go down here tonight on CCW?
We could very well. It looked like Frankie had got enough separation to get Wendell in, but it's no avail.
Hard blow to the midsection, and again, high knee by marvelous Michael Stevens. Stevens now arm whips him in the corner. Tag is made again. Lots of tags being made now between Adler and Stevens. High boot with that long leg of Drew Adler.
Adler and Stevens doing a great job of cutting off that ring in half, keeping Lancaster as far away from Cooley as possible.
Get that boot right in the back of the head of Frankie. Frankie is a little worse for wear here, and this could be the demise of Frankie Lancaster right here on CCW.
Another forearm across the throat.
Using that bone, now that foot, right in the side of the head and the ear. Michael Stevens, they are wearing this man out. Stomp right to the chest. Taking the wind right out of him. Covers him, he's got him right here. 2, and barely made his foot on the rope. That was an upset right there. Very close call. Very close. Too close for comfort. Arm whip by Drew Adler. Shoulder tackle, both men go down. And it's Frankie a long way from his partner. And Drew also wants to make his tag. Both men need to get up. Who will get up first? Who will get the advantage? You see the arm there over there.
Drew going to the wrong corner.
Tag is made. Both men tagging in. 2 fresh men, but Wendell is on fire. And they don't call him Wildcat for nothing. Look at that, throwing right hands everywhere. Jabbing, Wildcat Wendell Cooley. He's a house of fire now, pummeling his man in the corner. Now it's Lancaster raking the eyes of Drew Adler, and he's tired of this. And he wants to pay him back for everything he did to him. All 4 men in the ring at the same time. Katie barred the door. Throwing both men at each other, and both men now are going down. And now Adler rolling out, and we got Wendell Cooley throwing Stevens across the ring, and now throwing his own partner, reverses, and Lancaster goes with the clothesline. And a back kick by Wendell Cooley, covered by Frankie the Thumper Lancaster. He's got him. And that's what you call tag team combination. Teamwork makes the dream work, Bob.
Wendell Cooley, Frankie the Thumper Lancaster able to pull out a victory here against Michael Stevens and Drew Adler. Just when it looks like Michael Stevens and Drew Adler had Frankie Lancaster where they wanted him.
And you see these guys had quite a battle. Good showing for Drew Adler and Michael Stevens, but not enough tonight for Frankie the Thumper Lancaster and Wildcat Wendell Cooley are the winners. What a main event we got coming up, Bob.
Oh yeah, if you were not with us last week, you saw just an incredible display from Robert Parker, upset with Dennis Gale for he didn't agree with how Dennis wanted to go about the match. There were several opportunities where Dennis was set up for a double team, and Dennis didn't want to do things that way. He wanted to do things on his own, and it didn't quite work out, which resulted in, as you see here now from last week, an argument at ringside. There were several times where both of these men got in each other's faces.
A lot of animosity here between these two. They obviously had different ideas of what should happen in that match. But that was a mistake.
You hear me? You understand me? I'm telling you what you're going to have to do. I won't hit you so help me God you better. Get up there in that ring and do what you're told. I might need a little help.
And Robert Fuller blaming Dennis Gale for the loss, which resulted in what should have been Robert Fuller getting a face full of cake.
Well, that was how it was planned, but still it went in one of the faces of the Dirty Blondes. Thankfully, not Robert Fuller's plan.
Robert Fuller would try to get away, and it would turn into a huge battle to make sure he got the cake, and tried to throw it into the face of his brother, Ron. Ron able to get out of the way.
And he got out of the ring fast then.
Michael Patrick got the face full of cake. So now Robert Fuller looking to get some revenge on Dennis Gale with the Monster Pain.
And Pain is a monster, and Robert Fuller knows all about Pain. And the pain now is coming for Cowboy Dennis Gale. And Dennis Gale, he can dish out his own level of pain, I assure you.
Our main event here tonight.
The Monster Pain, one of the top stars of Wrestle America, former Bulletproof champion.
He'll be in Barnesville at the Night of Legends June 8th, as well as the Fuller family, Ron and Robert.
First time in a long time. Mr. Olympia, Jerry Stubbs will be there. Make sure you're there. Robert Fuller will be there. Robert Fuller was a big part of Georgia wrestling for a long time. And here, this man will also be there, the Tennessee Stud, Ron Fuller. And yes, Cowboy Dennis Gale will be in the house too. Make sure you join us for the Night of Legends on June 8th in Barnesville, Georgia.
And in Night of Legends, you got to wonder what kind of state of mind Dennis is going to be in.
Absolutely.
Following what happened at CCW 2.0 Fan Fest.
He will have some payback for somebody, I assure you. He's one man you don't want to mess with. Notice he's got that big old trusty bull rope with him with that cowbell. You want more cowbell?
More cowbell. Never enough cowbell.
I don't think Payne wants that cowbell, but even with that, to get Payne down, you have to hit him really hard with a cowbell. He's been hit with worse.
Way worse.
So now we got Payne the Monster against Cowboy Dennis Gale, Robert Fuller in the corner of Payne, and Ron Fuller. And I'm going to talk now to Robert Fuller.
Yesterday, what the world wanted was you. Cage. How many of you really know from Alabama back in Maine? Come on, raise your hands up. I know there's a bunch of you here. I'll never forget it as long as I live. That man out there wasted my good money that I paid him to do a job. He not only failed, he's a liar, he's a cheat, and he's a no good. And I'm going to see tonight that my man Payne, do you like that name, Payne? That's what he's going to be given for this fight. He's no good liar over here. He cost me money and knows it. Nobody knows it. You're going to pay your names. I'm going to pay something, right? Boy, here you are. One more time coming out here, causing the Tennessee stud his national problem. I'm going to guarantee you this, people. You got the wrong man tonight. I'm going to see you stay out of this match or your rear end is going to be mine. And don't think it hasn't happened before. It's going to happen again, Daddy. Payne, are you ready? That's it, man. That's it. We're ready. Hey, you know something, right? Only thing bigger than your mouth is your belly. You know how to do a lot of talking, but you ain't bad, and you ain't no Tennessee stud. You're just Tennessee dud up there, boy. You need to keep your mouth shut, and you need to keep your butt on the floor in your corner. Because if you don't, I'm going to put this boot in your butt. Let me tell you something, Robert Fuller. You did something nobody else has done, boy. You put your hand upside the side of my face. And I will tell you something. You keep on with your big fat mouth and them big long legs. I ain't gonna get you out of the damn crown of Irving. Boy, I will run you out. I will let these people take that car. I will tar him down in your tail. I'll tell you what you do. Why don't you just bring your ADLER right up here right now? And let's hit it.
Dennis Gale should not turn his back on Payne.
And there's a prime example of it is now Payne wailing and waiting now at Dennis Gale.
Never turn your back on a monster. Here you find out why they call this man Payne. And look at the blows being exchanged here between Dennis Gale and the monster Payne. Hard right hand by Cowboy Dennis Gale and another haymaker. Hard right, hard left, just throwing punches. This isn't wrestling, this is a fight. This is a Donnybrook. This is a barroom brawl right here in Blakely, Georgia. And both Fullers are at ringside.
Payne now in the corner, full speed ahead. And Dennis gets a boot up.
Catch him in the side now. And again to the back.
That's not a traditional wrestling boot. That is a cowboy boot. That hurts.
Yes, sir. They have not been fixed for no wrestling match. They are just straight cowboy boots, farm boots. This man's a farmer, and he's a wrestler, and he takes care of business with his boots on. Both jobs. And now Payne with an onslaught of attack, punches, forearms, throwing at Cowboy Dennis Gale. No mercy from a man named Payne.
And now going after the eyes of Payne.
And he wears that mask, and it's hard to really see a lot of the expression of Payne, but also you wonder about the disadvantage of breathing for a man like that wearing a mask.
Now working over the hand and wrist of Payne. Robert Fuller has the attention of Larry Brock there for a moment. Reversal now by Payne. Oh, just raking down on the arm, working over the shoulder.
Trying to rip that arm right out of the socket. This man Payne is devious. He's dangerous.
Oh, now a shot to the throat now of Payne.
Referee being distracted by Robert Fuller, Colonel Parker as they call him. And the Tennessee stud, Ron Fuller, is looking on.
Payne running into the corner now, and Dennis just barely move out of the way. All Payne got was a face full of turnbuckle.
Hard right hand by Dennis Gale. Finally gets a breather. Payne now staggered as Dennis continues to pummel the monster Payne. Again, a hard blow to the back. Now in center ring, Payne trying to struggle with the man.
Right to the eyes, and now sending Dennis outside the ring.
Right there to Colonel Parker.
And Payne now distracting the referee, and Robert with the kick right to the midsection. Oh, now Ron going to chase Robert off.
Where's he going? He's not sticking around now, is he? Not so big when somebody's coming face to face.
Ron now helping Dennis back up.
You know, it's a love-hate relationship, mostly hate these days, between Ron Fuller and Robert Fuller.
Oh, and now Payne picking up Dennis, but Ron grabbed a hold of the
He
leg.
his leg. He got him. He's holding his leg. He's got him. 3, and Cowboy Dennis still got the pin with help from the Tennessee stud, Ron Fuller, and Robert Fuller, none too happy.
Robert can't believe what Ron did.
He's getting all worked up here. Now he's telling him to jump on Dennis again.
Now Ron getting into the ring to go after Payne.
Now Ron Fuller's in there with the madman Payne, the monster. Hard right hand and boots now. Speaking of cowboy boots, he's got some boots of his own. Old school.
Now here comes Michael Stevens.
Attacking Ron Fuller and being attacked right back.
And now Drew Adler's out here.
Both of them trying to double team him. Look at him, it takes 2 on 1.
Now
Payne's on Dennis Gale.
Now look at Michael Stevens in the corner with Ron, tying Ron Fuller into the ropes.
What are they doing?
Dennis trying to get a hold of that rope.
Is that tape?
They're taping his wrist.
Duct taping him. Trying to hurt Ron Fuller, fixing where he cannot help Dennis Gale, and now they're all attacking the Cowboy.
Now Robert Fuller getting into the ring now. Now there's Frankie Lancaster and Wendell Cooley to chase Robert Fuller and his men out of the ring.
Thank goodness Lancaster and Cooley were nearby.
They've seen enough.
Ron Fuller taped to the rope, could not help. Nonetheless, your winner of this match, Crazy Cowboy Dennis Gale, but wow, what a battle. Trying to untape Tennessee stud. What a match here on Continental Championship Wrestling. Great night, great lineup, and more coming next week.
Now Robert Fuller regrouping here a little bit.
He wants some more. He wants some more stuff to go down here. Robert Fuller now putting some words into the ear here.
Now they're going back in the ring, and here we go again.
And they do what they're told, and that time they got caught, though. A little surprise in the ring. Drew Adler being manhandled. Dennis Gale took the boot off. He slung that boot and knocked some heads out that time. And look, the monster Payne being held, and now he gets it right across the head. Enough is enough, and now they know why they call him the Crazy Cowboy.
Look out, Larry.
Too far. Larry even knows don't get in the way. I think Robert Fuller needs to take his gang and regroup.
They're taking a swipe at me.
And watch out, you're in the wrong place at the wrong time. You'll see Robert Fuller. You'll see the Tennessee stud Ron Fuller. You'll see Mr. Olympia Jerry Stubbs and more legends at the Night of Legends in Barnesville, Georgia. Saturday, June 8th.
Go to Facebook.com/Continental Championship Wrestling and Continental Championship Wrestling on YouTube. Also, as well, be sure to check us out, subscribe to us.
Back in Blakely soon, back in Dothan soon. Coming to Barnesville, June 8th. Don't miss it, fans. Thanks for joining us. Good night, everybody.